Welcome to the Hook and Reel Kayak Fishing Show, brought to you by Classic City Kayak Anglers and Coyote Outfitters in Watkinsville, Georgia, with your hosts, Freddie Garza and David Smith.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Hook and Reel Kayak Fishing Show, your home for all things kayak fishing in Georgia. Today's show is going to be all about tournament results. We got a lot to cover, so with that, Freddie, I'm going to pass it off to you to cover the results.
Sure. This week we're going to cover the Saturday the 27th. It looks like we had a very busy Saturday as we had three adult clubs and the high school fishing all on the 27th. We're also going to recap a new club that's coming to us out of the Savannah area. So we're excited to be talking about that one and giving you a little bit more information about them as well. But let's kick it off with this past weekend results from Peach State Kayak Anglers and Real Crazy. They fished out at Lake Eufaula, had 54 anglers total, which was a great turnout. And let's go down the top five. First place went to Daniel Paris. Second place went to Mitchell White. Third place went to Nick Dyer. Fourth place went to Jim Clark. And fifth place went to Justin Morrell. Big Bass Honors went to Daniel Paris as well. So congratulations to the top five for Eufaula. I know it seems like that one was a really good tournament and a great turnout. So really happy for Peach State and Real Crazy on that tournament. Look for them. Their next step. Their next stop is going to be Lake Lanier on April the 24th. So I'm sure John will be putting out information regarding that tournament as well as getting it posted up there on Tourney X for everyone to start getting registered. So keep an eye out for information on Lake Lanier for April 24th, Peach State Kayak Anglers. Next up, we had Georgia Kayak Fishing League. They were out on Lake Lanier. And the person who won this is no stranger to winning out at Lake Lanier. It's just been seems like he had a little bit of a dry spell in the winning category, but glad to see you back up on top, David Hampton. Congratulations for once again putting together a win out on Lake Lanier. GAKFL had 45 anglers out for Saturday, so it wasn't a small field at all. Second place went to Jacob Chandler. Third place went to Dan Kraspinski. Fourth place went to Jason Matthews. And fifth place went to Charles Shelnut. Big Bass was also won by Dan Kraspinski. So congratulations, Dan, and everyone there in the top five for GAKFL. It's going to be some good points for Angler of the Year coming out of that tournament as well. Next up for GAKFL is going to be Lake Chattooga, April the 17th. So look for those guys to be putting out information there on their Facebook page as well as posting up on Tourney X. As we mentioned, we do have a new club starting up in a new area. So we're really excited for Daniel and the guys out there. Had a great turnout, and I'm going to draw a blank on what weekend they fished, but I think it was a couple of weekends ago.
It wasn't last Saturday, it was
Saturday before. So they had a great turnout for their first event of the season. And they look to build off of that moving into their second and the remainder of their season. So if you get a chance to head on down or head on over and fish with those guys, it looks like they had a really good time. I've got a good group of guys getting formed currently, and they're just going to continue to grow in that area because I think that's just an area that had been well overlooked and geographically a little difficult for something for everyone to have to travel. So it's great to see that they have an opportunity right there near their home waters. And judging from a few of them, I know I'm going to do my best to get down to a couple of the PFAs that they're going to be fishing as well. So congratulations on Daniel on your first event, and we look forward to seeing you and watching you grow. And it's going to be exciting stuff. So top five they fished out at Evans County PFA for their first event. Top five for them. First place went to Ron Champion. Second place went to AJ Balbo. Third place went to Troy Morgan. Fourth place went to AJ Balbo Jr. And fifth place went to Barry Brown. So congratulations to the top five and everybody fishing down there with Southeast Georgia Kayak Bass Fishing. It's great to see, kind of the growth in that area. So we'll definitely stay tuned and continue to give you guys updates of everyone here with results and things like that. So. Also fishing Saturday, the 27th, was Georgia High School Kayak Fishing Association. This was their second stop. Lake Allatoona was the spot for the weekend. Very fortunate to have gotten this tournament off given the weather that we experienced on Thursday. So pretty blessed that everything kind of settled down. Unfortunately, didn't make for the best fishing conditions Saturday, but the guys went out there and made the best of it. So. Let's read down the top 9 for Georgia High School Kayak Fishing. First place went to Luke Garofalo from Clark Central here in Athens with 74 inches. Second place went to Brenton Champion, 71.5 inches. Third place went to Cade Henderson with 58 inches. Fourth place went to Cale Henderson. I've got to keep those guys straight. 40 3/4 inches. Fifth place went to Harrison Husley, 40 inches. Sixth place went to Jackson Behringer, 30 inches. Seventh place went to Cole Silverman, 27 1/4 inch. Eighth place went to Sharp Jones with 14 inches. And ninth place went to Wilson Griffith with 13 inches. Finishing or taking Big Bass honors for the second tournament in a row is Jackson Behringer with 18 inches. So congratulations, Jackson. You've done some really good things these last 2 tournaments, walking away with Big Bass for both. So looking forward to this season kind of heating up as we have 2 more tournaments left to determine who will be our Student Angler Federation team that we'll be sending on to the National Championship in June. Again, that's going to be right in our backyard. So looking forward to sending that high school team and actually possibly being able to watch them fish some local waters.
Right.
So last year they were out in Wisconsin, so it'd be nice to see them this year closer to home and really getting up there and competing. Our next event for Georgia High School is going to be April 24th on Lake Juliet. So keep an eye out on our Facebook page for information regarding that tournament, as well as Tourney X, as we'll start opening up registration here in the next couple of weeks for that one. It's about all I had for that. Wanted to finish up with a little bit of Georgia Bass Nation news. Some information was put out recently regarding the trail. Yes, the trail has been canceled due to, we just didn't have the membership to kind of justify the trail. But we will be putting together a qualifying event on Lake Chatuge September 18th and 19th. So if you can make it, great. We'd love to have everyone who's willing to make the pilgrimage up to Lake Chatuge. Should be a good time of year to be fishing it. We do realize it conflicts with a Hobie event, but due to scheduling constraints of ourselves and what we're trying to work out with the area, those dates are set. So September 18th and 19th, Lake Chatuge. In order to be eligible to fish this event, you must be a Bass Nation member. This year we are not going to be doing state dues. So anyone who has paid their state dues, I've put out some information. We will be getting those refunds to you. One thing that we will be asking is that whether or not you want to continue on and fish this event, and if so, we'll go ahead and take your nation dues and send them on up. But if you have not registered or paid your Bass Nation dues, you still have time. We'll open it up and probably just keep it open until the event, or at least the week before the event, so you'll have that opportunity to go ahead and get your Bass Nation dues paid. If you ever have any questions regarding Bass Nation, always feel free to reach out to us. We'll put our information is pretty much splattered everywhere, so get a hold of us or send us a message there on Facebook Messenger. But other than that, that's all I had for this week.
Well, 2 things I want to say about something you just mentioned, and I'll keep it brief. But I want to say congratulations to Daniel down at Daniel Woodcock at Southeastern Kayak Bass Fishing.
Southeast Georgia Kayak Bass Fishing.
Okay. Sorry, Daniel. That's my fault, buddy. I apologize. He had his first event, and I think it was 17 anglers, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, I think so.
Great job, Daniel. And guys, this is a new series starting off in an area that's pretty much untouched, and Daniel's done a good job of putting together a pretty good trail. And if you can get away, check his Facebook page with the tournament dates. One that I'm looking at in particular, we've seen here a lot recently about Okmulgee PFA, the big fish that people are pulling out of Okmulgee PFA. Well, that's on their trail schedule. I believe it's June or July. I can't remember. It's a summer tournament. Couple of other good locations on there that I lived in South Georgia for a while, so I'm familiar with most of those areas. Not sure what the fishing is going to be like, but I think it's the last tournament of the year. It's on George L. Smith State Park, kind of between Statesboro and Reedsville. It'll be a pretty good little drive, but that is one of the most beautiful places you'll ever fish. It's one of these big cypress tree lakes. So if you could get away, get down there and support Daniel. He's doing a good job of bringing this together, and he's got some awesome spots to fish. So support him if you can get down there. And the second thing I want to mention is about Georgia high school kayak fishing. And what I'm going to say, you're going to say, hey, David, you say that every week. And you're right. And I'll go ahead and tell you, I'll probably say it next time too. Guys, if you know any kids that might be interested, please pass that information along to us or however to the school or whatever. And I say that because every tournament I know this year so far, we've had at least one new kid fishing that's never fished with us before. So we're trying to spread out, bring in some more areas. This next one being on Lake Juliet. If you have some kids that you know of in the Macon area, Warner Robins area, great opportunity to jump out there and fish with us. And again, never let it be a situation of, not sure if they have a kayak or whatever. Never a kid that's wanted to fish with us that had that issue. We've always been able to take care of that. So just help us spread the word. This is a great opportunity to get these kids on the water. And every one of them that fishes it has a blast. Right. So, and finally, I know last week was the first time in probably close to a year that we've actually had a live length in. And that was really nice to see, to be able to see the kids, to be able to see them get their awards and smiles on their faces and stuff, where before we've had to do it all virtual. So starting to get back to that. Hopefully we'll be able to have a fully live tournament here pretty quick. Right. But it was great to see. So help us get kids involved. Right. If you got any questions whatsoever, don't hesitate to reach out. We'll do whatever we can to answer any questions for you. So
right. One other thing too, since he kind of stuck us on Georgia High School, which I'm glad you did because it made me think of a few things that I do want to just stress, is that there's not a time that's too late to jump into our trail. We do carry Angler of the Year in certain points, but regardless, if you've missed the first half of the season, for all that matters, you're still welcome to fish with us. I mean, even if it's the last tournament of the year, still welcome to fish with us. So it's never too late to jump in. If you see an event that works for your schedule, or if you hear of any high school anglers that are just now finding us, or even finding us in the next couple of months, it's never too late to steer them our way, and we'll get them involved. On a side note, we don't have anything carved in stone, but just to put the buzz out there, we are working on a seminar that we want to put together. We're very close to narrowing down the dates. We do have some very special presenters that we'll have there, which I think is very exciting for the high school anglers to really gain some knowledge from some very, very well-known kayak anglers. So look for that on our Facebook page as we start to solidify those dates, and that month we'll get that information out, hopefully here in the next couple of weeks, I would say. So
I will say the date is May 22nd.
Oh, well then there you go. We've got the date, May 22nd.
We're working on the location, and I think I have all the presenters taken care of, but we're not 100%, so I won't mention that, but we do know the seminar will be on May 22nd.
Okay, May 22nd, and are we still working on location, or do we think?
More than likely, it's going to be at Charlie Elliott.
Okay.
And a lot of people, we know Charlie Elliott can be hit and miss. Some people don't like to fish it, but this isn't a fishing tournament.
Right.
This is not going to be a entry fee tournament. This is going to be where we are going to give away some awards and prizes, but it's going to be totally different than a fishing tournament. So this is going to be a fun time on the water. But the biggest thing that we're going to be doing different with this, and you guys that are familiar with the way we do the high school tournaments is they have to have somebody, a spotter with them all the time, but that person is just there to basically keep them safe and be sure there's not any problems. They can coach or whatever. But this time it's going to be exactly the opposite. This time the adults on the water are going to be hands-on. They can be literally almost in the boat with them, working with the anglers, helping them with everything they got questions about. These are mostly inexperienced anglers. We got some that are quite experienced, but mostly inexperienced anglers, and we want to give them the opportunity to be able to talk to and ask questions and get information from some of the top anglers, not just top anglers in Georgia, but top anglers in the nation. Right. So it's going to be a really fun event. Like Freddie said, we'll have a lot more information. You can go ahead and mark it on your calendar. It's going to be May 22nd, and we'll be getting out more information. Charlie Elliott, mainly because we can put everybody on like maybe one lake where the kids can ask questions better and people can move around to help each other out. And hopefully we're going to be able to set up a classroom type situation for midday when it's it's going to be hotter towards the end of May. So that's kind of what we're looking at. But again, everything is still, the only thing is set for sure is May 22nd. So we'll be getting out a lot more information to fill you guys in on the rest of it.
Good. So, as we say, if you hear of any youth anglers that are interested in attending this event on May 22nd, keep in mind, if they do not have a kayak for some reason, please have them reach out to us. We do have a few that we could put them in, or there may be some situations where we can ask other anglers. So let's not let the lack of kayak for this event stop anyone who's interested in showing up. So have them reach out to us regardless. There's certain things that we'll be doing both on and off the water. So we might be able to mix and match and make everybody, or give everybody, the same opportunity if we can. So if it's a possibility and we can do it, we absolutely would do our best to get everyone out on the water. So right. Don't let that be anything that hesitates anyone from joining this event. We'd love to see a huge turnout, and I think it would be beneficial to anybody who shows up. So really excited. So we're excited to get more news out to it, and like we both said, we'll hopefully here in the next couple of weeks we'll have some things solidified, and we'll make the announcement there on Georgia High School Kayak Fishing Association.
Okay. All right, guys, with that, I think that'll wrap us up for this week. Appreciate you guys tuning in. As always, we appreciate it, and look forward to seeing you guys in about 2 weeks.
Take care.